to introduce a new skincare system, and the philosophy would be, let's protect the health of the skin from the inside out and the outside in. So maybe what we'll do is we'll partner with a dermatologist, cosmetic scientist, and develop natural and organic skincare products so that what we're putting on our skin, which goes into the body, is healthy, not only for the skin, but the body. Will provide the nutrition that the skin needs to thrive. So we want to look much more past simple hydration. We want to look at how can we repair damaged collagen. And the patch is going to help to protect the skin from aging from the inside out. So that's the background of Alavida. And I'm going to stop talking and give you an opportunity to talk now. Research today surrounding aging. There's a few mechanisms that are very well defined that contribute to the aging process. Some of it is a little bit chicken and egg, which comes first. But one thing that's known for sure is that as we age, the body starts to accumulate oxidative chemicals which damage healthy tissue, and we accumulate, first it starts out as an acute state, then a chronic state, inflammatory markers. And both of these classes of molecules damage healthy tissue. And there's even a term today that we associate with inflammation as associated with aging. So that all said, Alavida, products like Alavida and Eon are important because if we can regulate the inflammatory process and not damage healthy tissue, we can stay healthy and we can defeat at least a portion of aging. So there's a type of mollusk that lives to be over 500 years old, and the cell membranes don't have any trace of inflammation. And so that's one of the reasons why they don't show any evidence of aging, and they're young and healthy even at 500. So it can't be stressed enough how important it is to properly manage oxidative and inflammatory stress. Okay, so this is actually from a presentation that I did going back to 2017. So the information is just as relative today as it was back then. And, some important things about Alavida, as I already mentioned, is that we started with the patch and then we built the skincare systems, skincare products rather, around it. And some of the things that were really important, we wanted to work with someone credible. We worked with a cosmetic scientist who's multiple patent holder in developing Alavida. We needed to have this be a natural product. And the idea here is that when you put something on the skin and the skin stays wet, it's a transdermal mechanism. At least some of the skincare products going to get into the body. So with most skincare products, there are synthetic ingredients we definitely don't want in our body. So we wanted to use naturally occurring materials. This also had to be science-based, had to have clinical research behind it. So we went to one of the top clinical labs in the United States that does testing of cosmetic products for all the big skincare companies, and we had them do our clinical study. And we wanted people to see and experience results very, very quickly, which they do. So, yeah, again, if we keep in mind that what we're putting on our skin gets into our body, then we're going to scrutinize skincare products through that lens and not want to put most skincare products on us. We also wanted this to be therapeutic, in the sense that we're really interested in protecting the health of the skin, and we're interested in repairing elastin and collagen. We're interested in promoting the natural production of hyaluronic acid to keep the skin moist and hydrated. And we have mechanisms to make that possible. We also wanted to, from the beginning, to provide a complete system. So we have a daytime formula, a nighttime formula, and the patch, which is used at night. So that's the system. Jeff, I think it's fair to say, we've talked about some other Alavida products that we might want to add to the line in the future. So, wouldn't rule out that happening in the future. So with Alavida, we decided that this has to be natural, and we wanted to leave out synthetics that are known to cause problems. So that's an important part of this, is it's not only about what we included, but what we didn't include. And in most countries, you're very limited about the claims that you can make. So for example, here in the United States, and also in European Union, a cosmetic is exactly that. You have cosmetic benefits. So you can say things like, your product reduces the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Your product improves hydration of the skin. You can't make structural claims because then it's considered a medical claim, and then you no longer have a cosmetic product. So that's why you see the claims structured the way they are. That doesn't mean that there's not more going on that's beneficial for the skin. So let's take a look at the daytime product. And the daytime product is not only moisturizing, but it's also anti-aging, and it's a very nice complement to the Alavida patch. One of the core philosophies on this is that we wanted to base the product off of algae oil. And reason is that algae oil is rich in DHA, which is an essential fatty acid. I was looking at actually an article that was released today on the human brain and how over time natural anti-inflammatory molecules in the body that decline with age lead to a decline in cognitive function. This is something that's really been known by natural healthcare practitioners for many decades, but something else that happens is that as our body gets a decrease in DHA, the brain will shrink. So we want to have foods like salmon in our diet. We want to have olives, which have monounsaturated fats, but we want to have a source of DHA in our diet because it can help to protect the integrity of the brain. Now, vitamin C is really interesting in the sense that, and this is a lipid form, meaning a fat-containing form. And lipid vitamin C is going to get into the body very, very easily, and it triggers repair of damaged collagen structures in the body. So use of the skin for supporting reduction in fine lines and wrinkles is pretty obvious. But what else could you do with vitamin C? Let's say we have some members, maybe they have lost cartilage in their knees, in their shoulders. You can take high doses of vitamin C by IV, oral supplementation. It will trigger an increase in glutathione, and it also triggers a repair of damaged collagen and cartilage. So we've actually had experiences where using our glutathione and Eon patch with supplementing with collagen and vitamin C, people regrow the lost cartilage in their knees and other joints. So it's very powerful. Rice bran oil, moringa butter, macadamia seed oil, which is very rich in monounsaturated fats, jojoba oil. The cosmetic scientist that we were working with on this recommended this blend because it closely mimics the oils found in human skin, meaning we've got these oils and they're going to hydrate the skin, but they won't feel greasy, and they'll also be absorbed very quickly into the body. So that means your skin can stay hydrated. You can have, in some cases, an immediate reduction in the appearance of lines and wrinkles, and your skin won't be greasy. And then the rosemary extract. Rosemary is a natural antioxidant, and we included the rosemary extract to protect the oils from oxidation. We also, of course, have an airless pump, and the airless pump also protects the integrity of the ingredients in the product. So, the bottom line on this is that because of the antioxidant activity and the oils, we can improve the hydration of the skin. We can protect your body or your skin from environmental toxins. We have a natural barrier. Long-term, daily application of vitamin C helps to repair damaged collagen and improve complexion. So it's very thin, as you would expect for a daytime formula, so it's not going to be greasy. So then we get to the nighttime formula, which is really interesting. It's really interesting because one of the things we found with this, quite by accident, is that it will, in most people, almost immediately get rid of a sunburn. And I've got some Irish blood. I've got Italian, German, and Irish blood, and my skin is apparently Irish because I've gotten sunburns my entire life. And I applied. I was living in California at the time, went out in the sun, got a sunburn, applied the Alavida, and I thought, oh, let me try this because it's got vitamin C, and vitamin C is great for a sunburn. It was like instantaneously, the sunburn started to go away. So we had a cruise, and we decided to give all of our members a free bottle of Alavida to protect them from sunburns, and it worked out great. So it does have a sun protection factor to it, but we don't make that claim for regulatory reasons. But one thing that distinguishes the nighttime formula from the daytime formula is that it contains milk peptides. And what's important about milk peptides is that they will cause the body to increase production of hyaluronic acid. And in studies that I've looked at, there's nothing wrong with putting hyaluronic acid on the body, but it's preferable to use nutrients that will naturally increase production of hyaluronic acid, which moisturizes the skin. So milk peptides will do that. And as with our daytime formula, we use a base of microalgae oil, and the two ingredients here, which are having a significant impact on quality of the skin, are the milk peptides and the fat-soluble vitamin C. We also have a base of oils which act to hydrate the skin and provide a delivery system for the milk peptides and the vitamin C. And what we found in our studies is that a combination of daytime and nighttime formula, specifically the nighttime formula because it's a little thicker, will reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles and support regeneration of the skin. So if we're applying these topically and we're reducing oxidative and inflammatory stress with the patch, we can really get great results with this system. This is something else which is important to think about relative to aging, and it's that unfortunately by around age 25, the fibroblasts start to decline in their production of collagen. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the body, and it forms what's called the cytoskeleton. So it's the skeleton of the cell, and as collagen production decreases, the cells begin to shrink, and it becomes more and more difficult to keep the cells hydrated. So a very important concept in age reversal is to restore the collagen production in the body, or supplement with collagen, or get those fibroblasts active. And so one way you can do that is with milk peptides. And then, of course, as we already mentioned, not only do the milk peptides increase collagen production, but they also increase hyaluronic acid. So this means that milk peptides will help to support the structure of the skin and the hydration of the skin. So this is a very good complement. It's a natural formula, really good complement to the daytime formula, and it provides excellent nutrition for the skin. And what we found in our clinical studies is that over a period of 30, 60 days of using Alavida, there are statistically significant improvements in hydration, firmness, texture of the skin. So I think we've covered quite a bit of this. Let's go to the patch. We've talked about it in detail now. So I want to skip ahead to, sorry, I'm going through this quickly because we've already talked about this. So this is, this test was from a biopulsar. And I have two pieces of equipment in my lab here in Florida that I really like for testing patches, amongst other equipment. One is a biopulsar and the other is a Menla scan. And I like them both for different reasons, but they both do bioelectrical tests. Biopulsar is real time, meaning you get activity of 50 different regions of the body, real time, and within 1 to 2 minutes you can do these before after scans. So you connect someone to the equipment, you take a baseline, you apply, in this case, the Alavida patch, and then 5 minutes later, you see that there's been a dramatic change in the bioelectrical readings of the body. Now, just for clarity, this equipment provides data that would look like something like an EEG, but for 50 different regions of the body. So you can look at the bioelectrical activity in the liver, the kidneys, the frontal lobes, and so forth. And then you can take the data and translate it into an image so you can get a very quick read what's going on. And so this was a 62-year-old man. The readings on the left, the baseline, are not surprising. And we can see that there is a massive increase in bioelectrical activity in the body after 5 minutes. This turquoise color represents a perfect reading. Now, this was a woman, 43 years old, that had actually a significant number of health challenges. Again, the turquoise color would be considered a perfect reading, and within 5 minutes, very, very dramatic change. So what this means is that her health problems didn't go away. What it means is that the bioelectrical signaling in the body started to stabilize. And that's important because we know that the bioelectrical system in the body controls the biochemistry. So if we can stabilize the bioelectrical system, it's much easier to have good health. So So we had shown, we did some studies on this, and we showed dramatic reduction in oxidative stress. We did this not only through the bioelectrical test, but through the blood testing as well. And one really interesting thing is we did, you can see this in the research section of the website, we did electrointerstitial scanning and found that the patch activated the frontal lobes. What's interesting about this is that people experience like an expansion of consciousness. That's the way it's described to us when they apply the Alavida patch. Some people have intense dreams. Other people just have an expanded awareness, better processing of information. And we did see that this lights up the frontal lobes. So the Alavida patch, of course, it has benefits for the skin, but it reaches very, very far beyond that. And yeah, we got statistical significance that all markers of oxidative stress decreased in the body by over 17%. That's massive. We need oxidative chemicals in the body. They destroy viruses, bacteria, cancer cells. So we don't want to eliminate oxidative stress. It's important, but we want to control it and manage it so it doesn't lead to problems later in life. And when we do this, when we reduce our oxidative stress, we get a natural increase in the body's antioxidant system.